Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Investing Explained. Here's today's question. What are you doing to prepare for the inevitable downturn? We don't know when it's coming, but we know that it will be coming. So are you doing anything in your business to really get ready, prepare, and just be in a position where you're able to just take full advantage of the potential downturn that's coming?
I am doing a few things, and the big three are: one, being sure that I have money in the bank and reserves to handle, maybe tenants leaving, a heating system going, and then also having a slight reduction in rents and property values. Having money in the bank is the greatest solution to any issue with the market. Number two is not doing a lot of projects at the same time where I have hard money loans on them. Part of the BRRRR process is typically using some kind of higher interest loan on the front end of the deal, and that's how you typically beat out other investors, is using a hard money loan and having cash terms on the purchase. If I do 3 or 4 of those deals right now with hard money loans, I start to get a little worried about the market potentially correcting, and then me having high interest loans with shorter terms on deals that I need to refinance or need to sell. So I'm just slowing down on the number of deals I'm doing with that kind of debt. And then 3 is just buying properties that are just cash cows. Right now I'm not taking chances on maybe lower cash flow properties and slightly, nicer areas where I'm looking at the equity growth as the reason for investing in them. I'm really just buying in properties that have a high renter demand that'll continue to produce cash flow no matter what the market is doing. So, money in the bank, making sure that I'm buying cash flow properties, and then just not doing too many projects at the same time with really high payments on the debt.
Yeah, your point about having the reserves and just being well capitalized that you mentioned earlier, that's so important as well. I didn't mention that, but that is so important. And I think if you're going to be buying any deals right now, when you're underwriting that deal, which just means when you're analyzing it, I think it's super important to include a conservative estimate for reserves. Something will go wrong. You want to be prepared by having those reserves set aside. And by being well capitalized and having that cash set aside, you're going to be able to make it better through the downturn. It's the people that are going into a deal by the skin of their teeth without having those reserves set aside to fix any issues that come up. Those are the people that are going to run into an issue. But if you go into a deal with enough fat on the deal that you're able to weather something that goes wrong, whether it be the economy, the real estate market, your local market, or even the property itself, a tenant leaving or vacancy, that's going to put you in a much better position for if and when the real estate market does crash. That's all for this episode of Real Estate Investing Explained. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to get even more free content.